carrying on with Star Trek then, and this is one for all the lads out there, all 5 of us, 7 of us. But we are now talking about the women of Star Trek. Here we go. Look, see how professional we are. Look, ready? Hey, look at this. Becky built this,
Look at us,
and I'm
guys.
just doing the technical side. But yeah, so in the first original Star Wars, we're only picking out the main ones. We will be giving honourable mentions later, so please bear with us. But
yes, what I've done here, Phil, is I've just chosen the characters that were on recurring episodes.
Yeah.
And obviously, you'll find that a couple of these actresses would appear as different characters, either in the same season or in Next Generation, etc. But I mean, there's so many, especially in the original series, where it was obviously set in the 60s, so it was 99% men with a couple of women characters scattered throughout. There was a lot of the women involved in the original series were sort of just one-offs, where Kirk would go down, save the planet, give them a shag, piss off again. So there are some absolutely stunning women in the original series, but they were literally there for one episode. So that's why I've not included them. So I've just included the regular characters.
The main characters. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Uhura, back in the day, was a stone cold fox.
Oh, she's the one that started it. Oh, yeah, absolute weapon.
Stone cold fox. And again, the empowerment that she gave to women without being a Mary Sue was fantastic. So like I say, she was. Yeah, it was fantastic. I kind of remember Yeoman Rand and Nurse Chapel. Who played Dr. Jones? Is it Dr. Mulhall?
No, she played 2 characters. She played Dr. Jones and Dr. Mulhall. Okay. So that's why there's a double name there. So she played 2 characters, and you'll see her later. Nurse Chapel, she was Bones's right-hand woman, I suppose you could call her. She was secretly in love with Spock.
Right, okay.
And Yeoman Rand would always appear in episodes as just sort of a kind of a minor character, but like a regular minor character. And then Yeoman Rand even made it all the way to one of the original movies. I think she was in Star Trek. I think she's in like Star Trek 4. Anyway, so her longevity as a character throughout lasted a really long time.
Hang on, I'm just trying to find who played. Because she looks really familiar, Dr. Jones.
Very famous actress, actually. Getting a wet wipes ready. Yes, that's it.
All right. I'm not going to do that on the live stream. We'll get kicked off. Diane Mulder. I've seen her in something, and I can't for the life of me think of what it is.
She played a doctor in The Next Generation as well.
Might have been that then. But she's sort of one of those older actresses that, like I say, I can't place her.
Stunningly beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need to open my window. My wife's put a bloody heating on because she needs to dry her washing because it's been raining all day. There we go.
Hang on, we're getting to the later ones. Okay, so that's the original series, and then the Next Generation. I'm going to move that up so we can see everybody there.
So there she is, Dr. Paul. I can't say it. Pulaski. Dr. Pulaski. That's the same. That's actress. The same woman.
That's why I recognise her.
And you see the one next to her. I can't say Troy. That is Nurse Chapel.
Okay. So they've got them back.
Yeah.
So now we've got Deanna Troi, very hot. I think it's the accent with her, very hot. Beverly Crusher
as well.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
I think she's originally from Clapham, of all places, which is a shithole. She actually speaks like me in real life.
I know. Yeah. So follow your dreams, everybody. You can get out of the car. Dr. Beverly Crusher. We got Guinan. Now, see Tashi.
Yeah.
Now, you might be able to answer this. Yeah. Why did you put Guinan in there?
Representation.
Diversity.
No, because she's a regular character. Listen, each to their own. Some people might find Whoopi Goldberg attractive. I think what's his name? Ted Danson certainly did.
I do think that Whoopi Goldberg was going to get married to Peter Cushing, so she was going to be called Whoopi Cushing. Sorry. Now, Tasha Yar.
Yes.
Again, because I don't know about this, but what happened to her character? Because it's very unusual to kill a character off. Kind of.
She wanted out.
Oh, really?
She went. Star Trek Next Generation season 1 was dying on its arse, to be honest with you, and it wasn't good.
Right.
And she had a gripe that most of her screen time, which is a shame because she was a great character, and especially this day and age, we're talking about strong, powerful, physically strong women. Yeah. She was basically she was in Worf's role originally. She was tactical and security. But her gripe is where the camera is always focused on mainly Picard, Riker, and Troy, you only ever got to see her legs.
Okay.
And she wanted out after the first season because ratings were poor. It wasn't known if the show was going to survive after season 1. And she wanted out.
She kind of wanted to do what Uhura wanted to do in the first season of the original Star Trek. Yeah. But they did it.
What a terrible career move.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird how she ended up getting killed off, where she could have sort of said, well, leave it open. Unless, of course, she burnt her bridges. Like, what's his name? Joey did in Friends when he had to go at all the writers. And then he fell down the elevator shaft.
She did come back. She came back as a Romulan. I don't know. I don't think she was a clone. I don't know. She came back as a Romulan, and she also came back as her main character, where there was a deviation on the timelines.
Oh, okay.
And they ended up on like an alternate reality that they wasn't aware of apart from Guinan. So she come back as a tactical officer then, but then they killed her again anyway.
I've got to agree with. Where's it? Yeah, Ro Loren. Oh, beautiful.
Really?
Yeah. God, dear, she's just my type. She is. God, dear. Even that little thing on the forehead.
I thought you would have been more of a Beverly Crusher kind of guy because you like who's that ginger bird you like?
Oh, Jessica Chastain. Oh, dude, don't get me wrong. I prefer darker, but like I say, Ro Loren. She's a real beauty. So let's move on then to Deep Space Nine.
Hold on. She come back as Romulan Sella, the daughter of Tasha Yar. There you go. So she come back as her own daughter, who was half Romulan.
Thank you, Joseph. So then Deep Space Nine. Now, funny enough, the other day, Dax, I saw her in, I think it was Hellraiser 3, because I'd watched the original Hellraiser, so I watched the second one, and I watched the third one. And she plays the main character in this third one. And I kept looking at her and thinking, she is stunningly beautiful. She is absolutely gorgeous. And it's only when I looked her up, I was like, oh, of course, that's where I've seen her from.
Which Dax? The actress, you're talking about Jad Steer or Ezra?
Dax.
Jad Steer, Dax. Yeah.
She is stunning. Absolutely stunning. So again, just go through the characters on this. Who are these?
Right, so Kira is a Bajoran, and they were quite a deeply religious race who got enslaved by the Cardassians. So she was quite a feisty character who mellowed out over the season. But again, a lovely, good-looking woman, great rack on as well. Let's be brutally honest about it. Jadzia Dax is an absolute. She's stunning even now. I mean, even now, she's probably not much older than me. She's gorgeous, and her character actually got killed, but was brought back as Ezri Dax, or who's below her, as you see on that.
Oh, okay.
Because they have the what's the name of their characters? It's so annoying because I do all this and I'm like, right, that's blah blah. And then when we're live, I'm like, I forget it all.
And then you get on the live stream. You get on the live stream, and your brain goes, "What? Star Trek?
Exactly.
Never heard of it."
So Jadzia Dax and Ezri Dax, they're kind of the same person. They have like a symbiont that lives inside them. That's really like hundreds of years old, and they basically enter a new body and they sort of they merge.
Oh, okay. There we go. Somebody said a Trill symbiote.
Trill, there you go. Thank you very much.
It's a good job we got people watching this.
Yeah.
we'd look right idiots otherwise.
So that's and Jad's Deer was married to Worf.
Oh, okay.
So she was married to Worf. And Cassidy Yates, you'll know, who ended up being Sisko's wife, she's in the Orville. She's the doctor on the Orville.
Do you know what? I was just looking at her and thinking, I do recognise her. Right, okay, that makes perfect sense. And yes, who's Lita?
She was like a barmaid on DS9, and she was a bit flighty, but again, she was in it regularly. She was
very
beautiful.
Cute.
Yeah,
very, very cute.
John says it's all about Lita. Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, she's very cute. Okay, so moving on then again, Voyager. Ugh, Janeway.
Janeway, I tell you what, she's underrated, man.
No, I like the whole powerful women thing, but I mean, I'm sorry, out of that lot, it's 7 or 9, easily.
Oh, 7, 9 she's like my ultimate Star Trek girl. She's just the fucking best. Like, hang on, absolutely faultless. Look at that.
I'm just going to hang on.
Rob's wife, yes.
I'm just going to find the image that you put up of her. Which I can't now. Would you Adam and Eve it? No, I can't find it now. But the image you put up of her. I mean, Jerry Ryan is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's just so stunning. Even with that eye thing over and everything else, I'd still be up for that.
Oh, mate, without a doubt. There's not a doubt. Yeah, thank you, Acid Twin. Janeway had a head mistress thing going. Yeah, she's a bit of a sort, old Janeway. She's underappreciated.
Nah, I'm not into the whole head mistress thing.
Yeah, too right. But, yeah, and she was a great actress, but 7 of 9. Oh, my God, that woman. Fucking hell.
She could assimilate me. So who are the other two then? Kez and Torres. Who are they?
Kez, I think she was in the pilot, actually. She is a character who was with, I think her character's only about 4, but they age really quickly. I think they age like 5 or 6 times quicker than us.
Right. That's handy, actually.
Not bad. Well, especially if you're a paedophile.
No. I'm just thinking, look, when she's a teenager, you get with her, but then, like, in 20 years' time, she's dead. You get a new one. Happy days.
Happy days indeed. So Kez was with Neelix, who was this horrible little
Ferengi.
No, he wasn't. He was just his own little species because Voyager was in the Delta Quadrant, which was like billions of miles away. So he was his own little species. But yeah, so he was having a slice of Kez, even though she was only actually about 4 years old. But she ended up getting some superpowers and then leaving, and I think she come back and helped them get back to the Alpha Quadrant. But I think in real life, she's a proper lunatic now. I think she's like proper mental.
Oh, okay. Somebody's just made a comment. Somebody just made a comment here. All of the Voyager women are psychopaths. Fair enough. What about Torres? Who is she?
She was half Klingon, and she
half
was part of the what they call who Roe was with. Well, come on, Joseph, help me out here, man. I'm struggling. I haven't got my backup Star Trek. No, that was part of like a pirate group who was like renegades.
Oh, okay.
There, the Marquis. Thank you, mate. Part of the Marquis, and then the Marquis and Voyager got pushed over to Delta Quadrant, so they had no choice but to sort of team up, put their differences aside, and then sort of get on board with the whole Starfleet protocol and go from there.
Is it a bit weird to say that I wouldn't mind getting off with Torres just to sort of like feel her forehead?
Well, she's half Klingon, mate. She'll probably ride you like the wind.
It just, I don't know. Like I say, it's just that forehead's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's a turn on or not. It's weird. It's not weird, is it? Yes, Phil, it is.
Yeah, it's extremely weird, mate.
Only 2 here. Star Trek Enterprise. That was the one with Scott Bakula, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got Hoshi Sato, Chateau and T'Pol. Again, very, very tough choice because they're both unbelievably hot women.
Yeah, they're amazing. T'Pol, Jesus, body on that, fucking unbelievable. And
that
Sato
would have to.
Sato
I was going to say that would be one of those. That would be one of those. See, I like Soto and I like T'Pol.
Get me some oil and let's see what goes on here.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, very, very, very nice. So then on to honourable mentions.
Right, now these are famous actresses that have appeared in Star Trek over the years. Some of them, like Rebecca Romijn, I can't say her name. She's in Strange New Worlds. So some of them have recurring characters. Some of them were just in the films.
Like Bashir Kambata. Again, I saw recently, I want to say it was Megaforce, and it had her in it, but with hair. And I kept looking at her thinking, gosh, she's really beautiful. Where have I seen her before? And then when I looked it up, it's like, I don't recognise it with her hair on.
Well, she actually shaved her head for that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't a cap.
Yeah, there you go with that.
You're right, Acid Twin. No hair, and looked utterly stunning. Yeah, gorgeous.
Yeah, she was. She was very beautiful. You got Kirstie Alley, who back in the day was stunning. I've never found King Cattrall all that hot, but as a Vulcan,
yeah, it would.
It would. Got those ears to hang on to.
The woman on the way, if you go back up, Phil, Julia Naymar.
Yeah.
That's Catwoman out of the Batman.
Judy Newmar.
That's how you say it, yeah.
Sorry. I didn't recognise her from that, but I recognise her from Adam West talking about her, I think. There was only one Batwoman, and that's Eartha Kitt, Judy Newmar, and somebody Merriweather, I think it was. No, you got Famke Janssen.
So Joseph would go, Kim Cattrall was hotter as a Vulcan, definitely.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
opposed to playing an aging cougar slut in Sex in the Cities. Yeah. And for a wife, Big Gator would choose Robin Leffler, was that was actually Judd's character.
Okay, there you go. So again, Famke Janssen is again a very beautiful woman. I still love her character in Goldeneye. She was great in that.
What was she called in that? She was called something absolutely ridiculous, right? She like
on a top or
something ridiculous.
I can't remember now, but if you know in there, what was Famke Jenssen's character in Goldeneye?
It was on a top. I'm sure it was on a top.
Yeah, Ashley Judd. Terry Hatcher again. Terry Hatcher back in the day. My goodness, just what a stunner.
It's a shame that Ashley Judd was stunning. She's still beautiful now. She's just a fucking lunatic.
See, with Zoe Saldana, that's a nice photo of her on the top. Yeah, thank you, Joseph. On the top. Got it on the brain now.
On the top, Saldana.
But Zoe Saldana, I've always found it is just, her characters are always just like off-putting and angry at everything. And, like Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. And it's, when she smiles, she's lovely, but she rarely plays a character like that. And so it's always just got a bit of a turn off, really.
Yeah, she's stunningly beautiful.
I like the way I'm talking, like it actually might happen.
Like you've got to say
you never know. In the middle of Somerset, she might just come down and sort of say, I'm looking for a failed video producer to fall in love with.
So next time you see her in the show and she's all flighty and laughing and smiling, and you go, I did that.
Yeah, that was all me, baby. Alice Eve, again, stunning. Very, very beautiful.
Mate, my cup of tea. I like tall blondes, so she's absolutely there for me.
And again, Michelle Yeoh, even today, is still a very, very good-looking woman. He likes very submissive women. Who, me? No, I'm not bothered. I'm just happy to be around a woman. I don't care what they are.
You're just happy to get your end away once in a while.
And that's it. So, right, okay, over that, it's going to be difficult to do this now, but you've got to pick one that you've got to go on Starship Adventures with. Who are you going with?
Okay, let's go. Who's in the go Acid Twin? Then you answer first because you're the first name I saw. You've got one to pick.
Acid. Which one? You're allowed to pick one, and like I say, it's just you and the Enterprise off on adventures. Who would you pick?
5-year venture. And then you've got Joseph, and who else is in now? John.
Yeah, Joseph, John, Big Gator.
Who's your one pick?
Do you know what? It's weird. I don't know. And this is going to sound so sad me saying this, but I don't know what their personalities are like. I just don't want to go on looks. Because if you've got to spend 5 years with them on a ship, you want to get somebody you want to get on with, you know?
Right. Acid Twin's being clever. Look, he's going for Dax. Generations of experience. Yeah, but can you imagine she'd just be fucking talking about all her past lives? I'd be like, oh, just
it gives you something to talk about afterwards. It's pillow talk. It's fine.
Josie's going to go for Ro Lauren.
Do you know what? I'm very much on Joseph's side there. That, like I say, that with her, she is good looking. She is a good looking woman.
John, you're only allowed one, mate. You're only allowed one.
Yeah. You can't have all DS9 girls all day. So, but to be fair, that is a good choice because Deep Space Nine is a big place. So because I'm just thinking then that kind of puts you off the Next Generation because you've got all the other women there, but then you'd have Guinan as well. I suppose somebody to talk to just afterwards. Yeah, she was great.
Can you imagine listening to Whoopi Goldberg for 5 years? Fucking no thanks.
Oh, goodness. It's true.
I'm going 7 of 9. It's not even a competition for me. And yes, it's because I'm shallow, because she's tall, blonde, beautiful. She's got a fucking body that's rocking. I mean, I don't even want to have a talk to her.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, being shallow? We are doing a podcast, a live stream on the hot women of Star Trek, all right?
2 nearly 50-year-old men talking about the Star Trek movie.
And who we'd get with if we had the chance. I'm probably going to go with Roller N, actually, out of all that lot. I think it's going to be my choice. I'm
surprised at that, man. Honestly, I thought you would have gone for Beverly. I thought you was a redhead.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I like redheads, but she's just not my cup of tea. Just not my cup of tea.
I know Stark from the website's already claimed Soto from Enterprise.
Happy days. I haven't checked the comments on there.
And Yoda's already mentioned Rebecca Romijn, I can't say it. He's already mentioned her a few thousand times before.
I'm just going to see if there's any comments from the website. So just very, very quickly, professionally done here, perfectly. You can't fault it. Kirstie Alley, Kim Cattrall, the blonde smoke show from that crappy reboot, the Boar chick, yeah.
Oh, this is on the website.
Yeah, the chick that doesn't wear a bra, and the with Professor X. That's Rebecca Romijn. The girls of Deep Space Nine again. Diana Mulder, hands down. Just saw her twice in Hawaii Five-0.
Was she in that as well? Blimey.
A lot of people are going for. A lot of people are saying that Ezra Drax, the younger version. Quite a few people are saying that. See, Joan Collins, no. See, I never found Joan Collins all that attractive. Not my cup of tea.
No, really? Classic beauty. Nah.
Don't get me wrong, she's a beautiful woman, just not my cup of tea. So I'm not having a go. Again, like I say, anything breathing, to be honest.
Well, that's Kirstie Alley out of the picture then.
Again, was she cremated or was she buried? So yeah, like I say, there's been some good picks, and that's been most interesting. and myself and Matt are now going to be off and reinvesting in tissue sales.
Actually, Tree, what scene from The Next Generation? I need to show him that scene from The Next Generation. Remind me, man.
Hang on. Yeah.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Why did he do that? What's wrong with him?
Well, that was in Voyager because he's a little mincer.
Oh, I see. Oh, goodness me. Yeah. Even a mincer would turn on that, wouldn't it? I mean, blinking Nora.
Well, I mean, yeah, sorry.
No, it's funny. I think I'm now straight with it. Okie doke. So that was the hot women of Star Trek.
Thank you for watching this excerpt from Outpost Frequencies. Tune in live every Sunday at noon Central Time or 6 o'clock UK time. And also, remember to come to lastmovieoutpost.com for all your latest in movie news, streaming news, and everything cool about film. We are the cool news now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next stream.